I want to hear from the men. What do you guys want from women? What should women that come to you bring to the table? So I'm going to get up and you can start.
For me personally, it's more about a degree of personality traits alongside beauty. I think the things what people have, what women think matter to men actually don't. We don't care about your money. We don't care that you're independent. We don't care you are a quote unquote boss bitch. Like no one cares about any of that things. Especially if you want something seriously. I think the biggest thing they don't understand is that to get a man to commit to you and to get a man to sleep with you is different, and those qualities are different. So if a guy is just looking to sleep with a woman, certain long-term things he won't be interested in. So for me, I would say what women need to bring, or what I would like them to bring per se, is sort of feminine energy, submissive, non-argumentative, kind, supportive. These are the traits that are important to me anyway.
For me personally, I'd say I would like, in a serious relationship, a woman to bring loyalty is a big one for me. And I'd also say, apart from loyalty, another big one would be for her to be virtuous, I'd say. For her to be virtuous. And
what do you mean by virtuous?
Virtuous is not in the sense of almost like that kind of innocent feminine energy and willingness to kind of take leadership.
Are you Christian?
No, I wouldn't class myself as Christian.
Have you heard of Proverbs 31?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, though.
That's where it's describing the ideal wife.
Mm-hmm. I think Proverbs 31 is probably the best example of a virtuous woman, but it's intimidating. Yes. But yeah, that's what women should strive to be. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
So me...
Do you date hoes?
Oh, you're just trying to... I knew it was coming.
Sorry, go ahead.
So me, what I would like my woman to bring to the table is loyalty. I would need my woman to be my friend, because I don't just want to be with someone that I don't get along with. And again, like, she would need to be beautiful in a sense, because I don't just want to be looking at you and like, you know, like I'm not attracted to you. So that would be for me.
Well, for me, definitely you'd have to be a virgin. So virginity is the main thing I'd say. You're born with value, don't give it away. If you want the guy to full on marry, devote to you and make you his one and only, don't give away what makes you valuable to men. You're born with a certain amount of value based on your looks, based on your purity, but even sometimes based on your family status. Sometimes you're from a wealthy family, well-known family. There's a lot of things that go into it, but yeah, I'd say the main things are definitely submission. You don't want someone to argue against you. You don't want someone to be against you. You want to be the leader of your house. You want to be the leader of the relationship. And in order to do that, you need someone submissive. Loyalty is definitely there, because if she's not loyal, no one's going to be interested in her in the first place, unless you're a cuck or a simp, or who knows. There's loads of words to describe. Feminine, definitely, because it's just, you can't be masculine and expect a masculine man, because a masculine man is going to want someone feminine. You can't be, because it's the same way of describing a man who's part feminine and like one day he wants to wear a miniskirt or a dress. That's not very masculine, is it? It's like a woman saying, oh yeah, I'm going to wear the trousers and go to work today. It's just like, that's not feminine. It's just, it's not what men want. Men literally want feminine, loyalty, submission, purity, beauty as well. Like, some men don't even expect that much beauty anymore. They've actually got low, as long as you're hitting the other targets, they're actually fine with lowering what they perceive as their level, as long as you hit everything else that they want. So that's what I'd say they should actually bring to the table, what they've already got, what they're born with, and then character traits that they just develop over time if they're actually following what they should be following.
I want a woman that's cooperative. Again, no one likes to argue all day. A woman that's submissive. She knows that I'm not asking her to be submissive is not against her. It's so that everything runs smoothly. A woman that's a team player that understands that everything is for the betterment of the collective, not for anyone's selfish interests. And a woman that's supportive, kind. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, if I'm just looking for a good time, then none of what anyone here has said matters. Apart from, you know, you got to look good, of course. But if it's someone I'm going to take seriously, you have to just not get in the way of my work. You've got to add to my work ethic, as in whatever you can do, whatever holes you can fill that I may have, that can help me do what I do better, you know, help me in my kind of, my strive for more, my ambition. So just get behind me and support me and be loyal, be in shape. And if you're not in shape, then you must have that as a goal. You must be actively right now be looking to get into shape. And yeah, just be, you know, just be cool. Like, you know, all that loudness and rare-tear, none of that. Just be cool, be feminine.
Are there any skills that you'd like what specific skills would you like a girl to have?
Ability to cook would be nice.
Okay, what do you think girls should be able to cook?
I don't think pasta counts for a start. I think everyone's like
So
a
if a
pasta.
girl said, I want to be wifey. Like what should she start with? What should she learn to cook?
Cultural food. So depending on what ethnicity she is, I think she should at least know the basic foods that our culture comes from. If I'm with someone Arab, I expect them, for example, Moroccan, I expect her to know how to make tagine, I expect her to know how to make the basic things that come from that side of the world. I'm sure.
If I'm American, I should know hamburgers and hot dogs.
Like there's brisket, there's barbecue. I've seen American barbecue. I know, but like I'm sure, like I know some Jamaican guys that's like, if my wife can't make rice and peas, I'm not even gonna look at her. So it's just, you know, it's just, you need to be able to provide the sustenance side and like the nurturing side. So you need to be able to cook, you need to be able to clean, because that is the main thing you're going to be doing. That's like, you're going to be taking care of children.
So let's talk about
taking care of the
cleaning
house.
skills. What cleaning skills would you want? You get to build a wife today.
Oh, build a wife.
Like what? I want to get specific, because a lot of times when I hear what guys want from girls, it's very broad, and there's no like specific things that girls can do to like train to do these things. And we are opening a wife school soon, so.
Oh, well, I think
The reason why there's no specific things is because if there were, those girls would not give a shit anyway.
Okay, well, today we're doing a whiteboard.
No, we'll care if we're into you. Well, I mean, there's women that they find themselves like surprised that they're, you know, turning out their feminine side, I guess. For the right guy, they find themselves on Google looking up how to make French toast. So it happens. But I think, yeah, there has to be genuine desire. So if a woman is just giving you a hard time about the things that you like, well, she can kind of just keep it pushing.
I think that's a fair point. And the ability to learn as well, even if you don't know how to do anything, the ability to learn, to show, is how I personally would receive care. To me, that would show you that you care about what I think, what I like to do, what I like to eat, etc. The ability to learn is half the battle. But with the attitude of, oh, I don't want to do that, why should I do that? It's just redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I got married. I didn't know how to do anything. I have no model of like how to be a wife, but I brought a willingness to learn. And so I think that just happened to be enough. Well, with results, because I feel like if I was slipping up, he would say something. So
I think it really just comes down to the basics of knowing how to keep a house. So if the man's actually going out working his ass off, trying to provide for the family, I think that it's the woman's actual duty to make sure the house is clean, the kids are taken care of. He doesn't want to come home to everyone screaming. He wants like the house to be peace. He wants to come home to peace from chaos. Work is sometimes chaos. I describe work as chaos sometimes. So he's going to come from chaos into peace. So the whole point is everything needs to be kept, dinner ready, and that's it. It's not that difficult. Like I'd say that when you talk about cleaning skills, I'd say just like mop the floor, make it so that when you enter the house, you take off your shoes so the house stays clean. Like people in the house try their hardest to make sure it doesn't get any dirtier. But obviously the wife's job is to clean if it does get any dirty. So dusting, just mopping, you know.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Even get a Roomba. It does half the job for you. But at the end of the day, the whole point is you just want to come home to a nice, clean, nice smelling house.
And I think to add on to the peace point that you made, I think a woman should be like your spiritual protect her in a sense. Like, you're her physical protector. I feel like she needs to be able to like spiritually protect you and ground you, because the world can be chaotic. And when you come home, you want her to be able to ground you, and you want her to be able to make you feel at peace, if that makes sense.
And that goes back to our point about we don't want someone argumentative, destructive. Those things don't bring peace. And ironically, what happens is if you are with a woman like that and she behaves like that, that's just, in all honesty, just gives a man more reason to cheat. Because he's just going to go somewhere and build up peace, understanding, you know, good listening skills from another woman, and she's going to take your place.
So how can a woman keep you grounded? Because I think I struggle with that. I think, you know, my husband comes home and he can be pretty stressed out from work because, like you said, work is chaos. So I'm like, well, like, what do I do? Do I hug him? Do I leave him alone? I think he's the leave him alone, let him play video games kind of route. So like, how can a woman be grounding to you guys? What would peace look like if she could do it? Oh, okay.
It's that simple. It just comes down to silence and then just doing the things that she normally would do for you, taking care of you, sitting next to you, like just, you know, peace. Peace generally is seen as silence. If you're in peace, if you're in, you know, people say Zen, it is pure silence. The guy wants to come home to a nice, quiet home most of the time. He doesn't want to come home to chaos. Peace is normally described as silence.
Okay.